Hi guys, Captain TigerLily here, and we are back with more of Tavern Talk. And in the last episode, we got to meet some lovely characters that were a little displaced, as it were, who've now become fast friends with Baya. And Fable got asked out on a date by Kumo. Excuse me? Sure. I was not expecting that, but I'm so happy that it's happening, and I love that for them. Okay, like, I love that for them. Anyway, we're gonna hop in and we're gonna figure out what's going on with today's adventures. But before we get started, hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button if you guys do want to see more videos from me, hit the notification bell, that way you guys will know when new videos go live, and of course, share the video around to anybody you think might enjoy watching me play through Tavern Talk. Let's go! Alright, we gotta make a drink. Yeah. Let's make a classic Swift Strike. A 1. And then we need a purple and a blue. Swift Strike. There we go. Does this help? Very much. Thank you. I feel like I can now uncurl the yarn ball that is my brain. What do you think I should do? What do you want to do? I want to go on our date. And I want to get to know him better. Maybe even get him to know me better too. Do you think you will like that? I think so, yes. It seems you don't need our answers. You have yours already. Sometimes I just feel like I need permission to listen to my heart. Did you know you can give yourself permission? I forget that every time. But I know you're right. I think I know what to do now. Somewhat. But I'll figure out the rest. Aw. Thank you for listening to me. I think sometimes that's all I really need when I'm scared. Nothing wrong with being scared. As long as you don't run from the things that make you happy. Excuse me. You're right. It took me a while to realize that. Running is so easy, you know? You always know where to go. Away. But staying, you have to actually look at yourself. Figure out what part is in everything. That can be a lot. But when I was on the journey back from Boreas, dancing with Kumo to the music of the navigator's fiddle, thinking about how I would never have gotten to that point if I hadn't put myself out there, I realized that life is so much more than a constant game of hide and seek from the things that truly mean something. And I decided to stop running from life, even if I'm scared. I want to do my best to face my problems. Even though it's terrifying, I know that I'm not alone. Is this still about Kumo? No, he was never a problem. He's one of the reasons I'm not alone. Just like you. With good friends by my side, I can do anything. And I can't wait to see what you will do. It might not be as impressive as you hope, but it will be me. And I'm excited about that. Me too. I'm really proud of you, Fable. Thank you for everything, especially the great advice. That was really great advice. Maybe you should take some of it too, Grace. Maybe you should. But we all conquer life at our own pace. Okay, Grace, you need to chill because I understand the whole not feeling like you have enough time for things, but that is not a reason to take it out on everybody else, okay? It is just not. We're not doing that, okay? You stop it. My personal next Goliath is going to be reapplying my lip gloss. And maybe some blush. I do feel a little pale. Can I borrow a mirror for a bit, innkeeper? Of course. There's some free rooms and mirrors upstairs, right next to the acorn chimes. Just ignore the doors with the do not enter signs. You shouldn't have said that. Now I want to check. Please don't. I won't. I'm polite. Or am I? Uh-huh. Let's hope she won't find all the nightmare creatures you have locked up there. Let's. Have you ever visited the Twilight Chasm? Not for long enough to capture any creatures. I see. What are you thinking about, innkeeper? Oh, you know, innkeeper things. I don't. No, I mean, since I'm not an innkeeper and all. Right. That song you mentioned, the one you started writing on the ship. I know it's not done yet, but how about a little sneak peek? To see if it would make for a good jingle. I don't think it's jingle material, but I don't mind sharing it with you. Just keep in mind that it's a work in progress. Of course. There's a calling on the wind beneath the talk of the keep. I've heard the tales set the sails, now it's time for me to leave. Sounds like a great opener. So you like it? It's wonderful. I can't wait to hear more. Me too. But it's still a little rough around the edges. I feel like it's missing something. Maybe the next adventure? Maybe. Will you let me know when it's done? Of course. I can't wait to show you the finished version. Thank you, Fable. I'm proud of you. For maybe finally finishing a song? For not running. Oh. Thank you. Me too. Innkeeper, do you ever think about taking your own advice? All the time, yes. Why don't you? I don't know. It's hard, I know, but I promise I believe in you as much as you believe in me. And I know we'll both be okay. I would like that. Me too. Well, I've talked a lot today. I'll give you some space. Maybe it's time to stop running. Should I? Is it time to read that letter? Yes. Oh, it was easy. I guess I've been wanting to do that for a while. Let's hope for no regrets. My dearest friend, long has it been since we've talked last. Long has it been since everything has been seared away by the cold flames of death. I wish I could still remember our last conversation, but it's waning memory. I can only imagine how you've enjoyed running away, wishing to forget what was between us. Maybe you did for a brief moment for these 30 years. If you did, I'm writing this letter to kindly remind you of the good old times. To celebrate our reunion, I invite you to the spectacle of the century, the last day of the astral moon, welcoming the first light of the dying moon, where the realm of Tuat is just a grasp away. Are there any spirits you'd like to remember? Are you afraid of what they might tell you? Worry not, I'll be right there. Watch the sky closely on the 35th of Cassiopeia. That was... Guess you've always been a fan of symbolism. You didn't even leave an address. Very irresponsible. Boy, hello. Pardon? No time. Duck! Now! What's going on? Are you okay? Do you need help healing? Something's coming. Something big. Your next show? What? No! There's no time. Duck! Is the ground... What is happening? Excuse me, are we underwater? Oh my god, look at all the little Among Uses in the window. Is everyone alright? I think so. Yes. Oh, that was a close call. Could have been really dangerous. What just happened? Why? Is there water outside the tavern? I'd also like to know the answer to that question. I've got no clue. I was just outside by the woods, drafting my newest song, when the ground beneath my feet began to rumble. Not even a minute passed and it rumbled again. Then, a wall of water came rushing towards me. I didn't even dare to wait. I ran immediately, looking for shelter. No way I was going to let my hagium get wet. These strings are made from real Shavian silk, and the body's ethereal bamboo. It's a rarity. That's the first thing going through your mind with a giant wave rushing right at you. I'm with Fable on this one. Of course! This instrument is just as valuable as my hands. And just as versatile. Oh my god, boy. Hey, Grace. Is everyone alright? Grace. Dragons, you're alright. I was worried something had happened to you. Oh, don't worry. When the wall started rumbling, I hid under a table. Then I watched the water rush by the window. It's like a tsunami, but tsunamis are very rare, if not impossible, so far into the mainland. Right. It's so strange. Everything seems to be submerged out there. Wonder what would cause such a cataclysm. It's worrying, to say the least. And it's definitely too dangerous to go outside. Even the tavern is leaking. Don't worry, it'll withstand. Are you sure? I'm sure. I've gotten through worse than this. You? It. I mean, it's gotten through worse than this. Wouldn't have thought it could withstand this sort of thing, but I'm more so glad it can. I'm wondering if the innkeeper is literally just a physical manifestation of the inn itself. And that's why we never leave. Is because we physically can't. We are where the inn is. Because we are the inn. You know what I mean? Seems to be a very simple yet sturdy tavern after all. Just like you, innkeeper. Are you flirting with the innkeeper? Huh, me? No. Also, that's beside the point. Is it? I mean, unless... unless... I like to work my body. Helps in a lot of aspects. Can we get back to the point, please? Yeah, sure. The point. Right, back to the point. Did you see exactly what happened? Not really. I was listening to the whistle of the wind in the treetops, jotting down notes for my next song. When suddenly, a horde of silver-crested deer rushed past me. Before they could trample me over, I jumped on the rocks the rock I was sitting on and watched them gallop downhill. Then I saw water break through the canopies, snapping trees in half like they were, shashlik skewers? Sure. I wasted no second. I turned on my heel knowing I'd be done for if I waited just a moment longer. Then I was here and told you to duck. That sounds horrible. Are you alright? Are you hurt? I'm fine, thanks. And anyways, with whom do I have the pleasure? I'm Grace. Nice to meet you, Grace. I'm... Oh my, you're Voyage, aren't you? The silver-tongued virtuoso. Yes, that would be me. My apologies, I didn't mean to push any boundaries. But I saw you perform at Dropstone Institute's campus that one time. And I must say, you pulled on all my heartstrings with your beautiful performance. Oh. I did that? Yes. I was awestruck by what your music could do. It was like magic in its very own way. I've been saying that for years, that music is just a type of magic. Music can be very soothing in moments of distress. Were you distressed back then? A little. I don't remember exactly why anymore, but I remember the emotion. But not more distressed than I am right now. I hope Hex is safe and well. I'm sure he is. Shoot! Did you see that creature swim by? What? Where? It looked like a red-winged eel. Oh, haven't seen one of those in ages. Where is its natural habitat? Actually, the Twilight Chasm. Why is it here? Something isn't right. I'm afraid you might be correct. I'm also afraid, very much so. I don't think it's safe to go outside. Of course not. You all should stay for the night. Would that be possible? Of course. Tavern will withstand this. And a bit of company wouldn't hurt. I agree. Thank you, innkeeper. Hey, you with the loot. What's your name? Fable. My name is Fable. Do you play? The lute, I mean. Sometimes. I'm still practicing and not all that good with it yet. How about we play together? A song or two to lift our spirits and wait out the catastrophe going on outside. It's very untuned. Goes out of tune really quickly. But I guess that's a lute thing? I gotcha. Show it to me. I'll help you, and then we'll jam until the new dawn rises. Okay. Well? Okay, then. I didn't even get to feed Andu yet. I'm hoping that everybody else is okay, because what is happening with the water? Like, that's not great. Hey, Hex, how'd you get in? Grace, is Grace here? Good mythical morning to you too, Hex. This isn't funny, Innkeeper. Tell me, is she here? Please tell me she's here. She is. I'll let her know you are too. Thank you. By the dragons, I was worried sick. So sick. She'll be happy to know you're safe and sound too. The flood was enormous, and if she'd gotten caught up in it... Oh, no. I don't even want to begin to imagine. Then don't. How about a drink to calm your nerves? Yes, a drink sounds great. Something that will untangle my thoughts and help me focus. I'll see what I can do. Something for the brains! Sparkling Nebula. A 1, a 2, 3, 1, 2. Sparkling Nebula. Every time. Cracks me up. Maybe this will help clear your mind. It does. At least a little bit. That's good. Thank you, Innkeeper. Was that... There were 2 black among us right there. An orangey red one, I think. Well, hi. Come on up. Hi, baby. Kibby is back. Hex, good to see you safe and well. Hi, baby. You too. Where have you been? Are you all right? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. The innkeeper and yesterday's superstars took care of me. Just as you took care of us. The least we could have done was be there for each other. How have you been, brother dear? Did you get hurt? No, I was worried about you. The whole night locked in that damned house, all I could think about is how the flood might have... Why didn't you tell me you were going to the tavern? I looked everywhere for you. Oh, sorry. I didn't know I needed your permission to go outside. That's not what I'm trying to say. Then what are you trying to say? That you could have gotten hurt, and I wouldn't have known. I don't expect a tsunami to hit Gaia every day. That wasn't in the foreseeable future, Hexy. Uncontrollable things happen, and when they do, we do our best to overcome them. Also, I can protect myself quite well. Still, how was I supposed to know that you were safe? I'm an adult, you know. You could try trusting in my capabilities. Furthermore, PSAOR was very useful last semester. PSAOR? Protective sigils and other remedies. Also, the tavern itself is well protected by my own brand of sigils. That's at least something. Yes, I'm very thankful the innkeeper and her tavern kept me safe. I didn't mean to worry you. I didn't plan on being gone for so long, but then the flood happened. Okay, sure. How have you been holding up? Is the house alright? Apart from some minor damage and some leakage in the roof, I suppose it's fine. I wasn't even aware of the approaching flood until the house's foundation started trembling. I was busy in my workshop harvesting the essence of Dimension 567 for my research. I hope you didn't rip a hole in the fabric of magic again. Or in the fiber of magic again. I didn't. And even if I did, you couldn't have stopped me. You weren't there after all. Right. But I can scold you now. You won't want to when you found out I actually managed to harvest something. You did? That's amazing. What a huge breakthrough. That would mean I created a teeny tiny rift to the astral realm and got my hands on some stardust. Well, sort of. How? I got an astral shard when the stars fell. Ah, I see. There's still the issue of never knowing exactly what might come through when you open these kinds of rifts. Could be anything or anyone. So much talking makes me yawn. Like creatures? For example. That wouldn't be good. Yeah, it wouldn't. Because when your sister disappears again, you wouldn't know if she got eaten by a creature or just out for a stroll. Hex, cut it out. What? We get it, alright? I went away, you were worried. We get it. But I'm my own person and I can do what I like. I'm getting tired of this. Well, me too. Then stop. I don't want to fight. Then don't. Sorry. It's fine. We shouldn't spend our time fighting when there are so many more interesting things going on. I'm kind of leaning a little more towards Grace on this one, just purely because I understand how that, like, the constantly having somebody needing to know where you are, like having to know XYZ thing about every single second of your day is not just exhausting, but it feels very oppressive in like the worst way possible. So I'm kind of with Grace on this one of Hex needs to back off and let her do her own thing. Even if it is dangerous, even if he doesn't know what's going on, whatever, he needs to back the fuck off. How about a wee bit of distraction? Oh, we go outside and see if we can take samples of the floodwater. Exactly. Who knows? Maybe it holds spectacular and rare magical properties. That sounds lit. Maybe it'll help me finish my long-term research project. Possibly. Though to access the primordial vortex, you'd need primordial seawater, I know. But who knows what we'll find? I mean, you got a point. You never know. Don't forget to fill me in on your research. Theopractically, I'd tell you anything, but only theopractically. Wouldn't have expected anything else. Thank you, Innkeeper, for hosting me the night and all. See you soon. Alrighty. Alrighty, you two, hold on. We'll talk in a moment. Calm down, y'all. Oh, we got lots more stuff on theirs. See, here's the thing, is like, Grace does look a lot older than him, so she definitely got the half-human part. Good morning, you two. Did you sleep well? As well as we could with the sweet song of stormy waves pattering against our window. Could be worse. So very well and with inspiring dreams. I was gonna say, because I like the sound of storms, so it wouldn't have bothered me too much, but... Glad to hear that. Your impromptu concert certainly helped me sleep. Because it was so boring? No, because it calmed my nerves. All our nerves, I think. Oh, feels like there's a cat hair on my nose. I was right, there was a cat hair on my nose. Not that I have any. You don't have the nerves? Is that a phantasm thing? No. I meant those metaphorical nerves. Oh, you get those too? No, of course not. I'm void. Well, yeah, sometimes. Mostly when I have to perform. Isn't that embarrassing? Not really. That also makes me nervous. Oh. So, I have to say, last night performing with you for Grace and the Innkeeper, it was kind of relaxing. I could just lose myself in the performance without having to worry about what anyone would think of me. Not that I ever do, but it was nice. We should make more music together sometime. Actually, Fable just got started on a new song. Maybe you can collaborate. Really? That'd be awesome. Well, actually... Yes, you're right. That would be awesome. I think working on it together could be fun. Fuck yeah! Oh, sorry. Hooray! Looking forward to our grand collaboration. And charming you with it, Innkeeper. Alright. You're supposed to say that you're looking forward to it. I don't think you're supposed to say that part out loud. Oh, well, forget I said anything. I was just kidding. Enough chit-chat. I should check up on the village. Maybe someone needs a good song to cheer them up. I'm sure Baya would love one. I think Baya was probably cheered up by a good flood. Speaking of her, maybe you can hand out some of her spa coupons for me? Sure thing. Her spa rocks. I shall start by enlightening Grace. Is she still here? No, she just left, together with Hex. Something about primordial water. Those wizards. I'll try to catch up to them. See you soon. Don't finish the song without me, Fable. I'll wait for you. Can I get one of those coupons? Sure you can. Just make sure to tell Baya I sent you. Of course. What a strange morning. Or exciting morning. Both, I think. Would you like a morning drink? Yes. Something that will help me with writing my song, please. Alright. So you need a brainy thing. Alright. Yeah, that could work. And then one of those. Sunny breeze. There you go. A drink with 0 primordial water. Maybe. Does taste a little primordial. And very delicious. Perfect. You know, last night when I couldn't sleep, I was watching the fish swimming by the windows. Their scales kept reflecting in the water, making them shift and shimmer like they almost weren't there. I was mesmerized by them. It was like a dream that kept pulling me towards the waves. It was beautiful and haunting. Do you think it looks like that every day somewhere? That beautiful? That haunting? I think any place we can imagine exists somewhere, if only in our heads. I like to see all of those places. I don't think they're all safe to see. Care! And Kumo! Fable, by the dragons, they're here! Are you alright? I am. The innkeep kept me safe. It's good to see you both are well. Couldn't you let us know you were breathing? We couldn't find you anywhere. I'm sorry, I just woke up. Were you guys worried about me? Maybe. Of course we were. Don't even know if you can swim. I can. Can you? Of course. No. Oh no, Care can't swim? Oh. We should teach you sometime. Sure. Thank you for worrying about me, but I actually had a pretty nice night. Voy and I gave Grace and the innkeeper a small concert while we were all stuck inside. Oh. Sad that we missed that. I can track down Voy to give you guys an encore. That'd be nice. Sorry I didn't get around to picking you up. It's okay. I bet the roads were a bit busy. Yeah. It's a little tough getting out. Rufus loved it, though. I think he made some new friends. Seems like this catastrophe has some pleasant side effects. What happened anyway? Did a whale eat a moon this time? No idea what that's supposed to mean, but no. Or maybe. I had no idea how it happened. They said the Primordial Sea flooded the Twilight Chasm, and it all spilled out through its portal into Fisoa, leaving us with this mess. That's new. Alright. At least the other continents probably got through it without much trouble. For once, they can be less jealous of our portals. I do hope everyone is okay. Everyone we could check on is. Luckily for us, the water's drained enough to rescue everyone around here. Though I heard that underwater hasn't emerged yet. Happy to see you all emerged. Mostly. What does that mean? Are you still looking for someone? Yes. Wondering if Mellie's here. She wasn't home when I checked on her. No, she didn't stop by yesterday, nor today. Did you see her before that? Did she say where she'd be going? I'm afraid she hasn't been in since you returned from Zoford. Wizard Punk hasn't seen her either. Took a second to ask him when he almost broke down Kumo's door looking for Grace. Do we know if she can swim? I'm sure she can, and I'm sure she's just taken shelter elsewhere. You taught her how to hide well, after all. Maybe she's just putting that to good use? When I returned yesterday, I found Rufus eating out of a strange apparatus that dispenses food and water every couple of hours. Like someone really smart set it up for him in their absence? Yes. He was gorging himself on some food, but Melly was nowhere to be found. Oh, that's worrying. Did she leave a note? No. I'd be worried too. Maybe ask Jade for help. She's very good at finding things. I shall. Investigate that avenue. Right now. Fable, would you be okay with moving our time? Time? You got an appointment or something? More like a date. Can't wait for that story. I'll tell you later. But, yes, we should move it. This isn't the kind of dancing in the rain I was hoping for. Me either. Another time, then? Yes. I'm looking forward to it. Me too. I wish you didn't try to investigate the fish. They'd eat her alive. Sounds a little more hopeful. That girl's savvy. I mean, look at that contraption she left behind. Ain't no fish got a chance against her. Being hopeful isn't really my thing. Then make it your thing. Okay, Care. I'll let you know when I find her. Such a man of few words. A man of shit words. He's just worried. Uh-huh. Speaking of worries and words, Care, it's good to see you finally back. How was the escorting? Hope you didn't get too wet. It happened. How did it happen? Well, actually, this can wait a bit, right? Yeah. Thanks for understanding. I'll be back later, once I can think more clearly. I'd like to check up on Uncle Dragon. Make sure that old fart is still up and running. Fable, I'm guessing you'd like to check in with your family too? Yes, I would love to make sure everyone's alright. Maybe Melly's with the Amaranthine Hydra. She really wanted to ask it for tea recommendations. Counting on you returning with a good story. Don't get too excited. I'll see if I can drag Rhea and Fancy Pants along as well. Think they could use a drink. Speaking of which, got one for the road? Sure thing. Something strong to get you through all the socializing? You got it. Alrighty. We're going with a classic today. A good old Southern brawler. I got an itch on the side of my eye. Alright. So. 1, 2, 3. Southern Brawler. A classic. There you go, Care. Here, the strongest thing I could brew up for you. Thanks. Miss these drinks. A little. Oh, that's sweet. Don't dwell on it. Anyway, Fable, let's go. I'll be right there. I'm sure everybody will be okay in Keeper, so don't worry about it. And make sure to keep a hot chocolate warm for Melly. I'm sure she'd love one of those. I'll give it my best. I know you will. Don't swim out too far. We'll see. Waters are dangerous these days. Just what are you up to? I'm gonna make sure I've got enough ingredients for a hot chocolate around, I guess. Might be a good idea. Una! Good to see that you're open, Innkeep. And a good evening to you too, Una. Yeah, spare me the babbling. Though I'm glad you seem to be unharmed. I am, thanks to some protective spells I put on the inn a while back. Works better than any insurance. Can I have whatever spells those are for my house, then? Because some of our shingles are a little loose. And every time we get some nasty storm come through, I'll find a piece of shingle on the ground. And I'm like, need new shingles. But shingles are expensive. Everything's expensive. What about you? Are you unharmed? I'm as good as new. Might be missing an arm, but that didn't mean I forgot how to swim. How does that hook work for swimming, or do you just take it off? It's easier than walking, actually. And breathing in water instead of air was unexpectedly nice. These gills aren't just for decorative purposes. Felt a little bit like home, you know? But the water tasted different than that of the Astral Sea. More primordial, I might even say. Yeah, I figured. But you don't seem very worried about it. Nah, whatever happens is none of my business now. I'm retired. And water also doesn't bother me. Shouldn't bother you too much either, am I right? Since you're so close to... I knew you wouldn't forget. Might be old, but I'm not senile. Me neither. I can't say the same for Fluff Bud over here. She's losing it. So you wouldn't call the Primordial Sea your home, then? I've inhabited a few planes already. My past doesn't define the word home for me anymore. But you're right, primordial water doesn't do any harm to me. Even if I wanted to drown in it, I wouldn't be able to. But honestly, I was more worried about my patrons in the inn itself. Hope everyone is safe and well. Wouldn't worry too much about all your regulars. Adventurers are tough folk, and your drinks toughen them up even further. I have faith that you're right. But your tavern... Well, let's just say it's definitely seen better days. Nah, that's kind of an understatement. Looks like shit. Una, I don't appreciate it. Rude. Ouch. I've been working the whole day to clean up as much as I can. My condolences. Say, have you ever talked to the Wizard of Morlia? No, sadly I haven't had the pleasure. Oh, you should if you get the chance. He always loves the kind of spells and enchantments. More of the kind involving trickery, like puzzles and traps, but I'm sure he knows a protective spell or two. I mean, he's been protecting his wizard tower for quite some time now. Oh, more things about that quest. I'll keep that in mind if I ever get to meet him. But I suppose you're not here just to talk. How about a drink? Ha, you definitely have a way with the customer service. How about a drink that'll wake up my old muscles so I can help you tidy up your tavern afterwards? I can't quite remember having asked for help. Yeah, what's that? My old ears suddenly can't understand what you're saying? How unfortunate. Maybe a strong drink would help. Alright, coming right up. You are getting, specifically, the Sailor's Courage. Because I find it fun. Okay, we'll do... Yeah, we'll do that one. So I don't need any of that, but I do need 2 of those. 2 red. 1. 2. I need a yellow. And a green. Sailor's courage. There you go. A drink powerful like the astral sea. Wonderful. I consumed enough primordial water to last me weeks. And doesn't taste exactly like home, but the hint of elemental magic revives some old memories. Gotta say, you definitely know your craft. Thank you. Could I maybe convince you to just relax and let me do my work? You'd like that, wouldn't you? Forget it. Let's clean this messy tavern. You insist. Before I forget, all that water swept some animal remains into my pockets. Don't really know where they came from, and I don't feel any kind of astral energy coming from them. So I assume they're either Gaian or Primordial. And before I stab myself with them while cleaning, I wanted to check if you'd have any use for them. Stab? Yeah, they're surprisingly sharp. Now I'm curious. Let me see. Ha, you're so easy. Saber fangs. Thank you, Una. They may not be primordial, but I think I know just what to do with them. Gonna spice up some drinks? Maybe. Can't wait to try them then. Spice up this old rusty tavern. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Saber fangs. Saber fang tips are from the special fangs of the colossal saber-toothed tigers from the Forbidden Valley. They lose them bi-yearly and regrow them at remarkable speeds. It's good for haste. Okay. Interesting to know. Does swiftness and strength, but -2 our charisma. Interesting. Who did I get more for? Oh, Una. Why is Rhea at the top and not Care and Fable? Honestly, I feel like Fable should be the first one there. But okay, whatever. Alright. Welcome back to my tavern, brave adventurers. Good to see you're all unharmed and doing well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. At least we didn't drown. By the way, who's that granny on your porch? Looks like she's collecting driftwood. Don't mind her. She's an old friend of mine with some weird habits. She wanted to help me tidy up the tavern after the flood. It's kind of nice, actually. Suppose so. Couldn't convince her to let me do it alone. Did the flood hit you as well? You bet. I had to hold on to Rhea for a quick second there, or else she would have been swept away like a twig. Ah! Hard you wished. We just passed Themis when it happened. Luckily, there were 2 carriages nearby, wedged between sturdy trees and a large boulder. We managed to pull ourselves out of the raging waters and into those carriages. I think the dragons. I could have gone south real quick. And your tavern looks a wee bit wet as well. It is. I've been working non-stop to clean it up. That's not good. Working non-stop? Comes with being self-employed, I get. No, I meant the flood. Never heard of a flood that massive. It spread all the way from Themis to Zenith. You're right. You certainly aren't that close to the sea. Themis may be, but not your inn. It's all still very recent. We'll have to wait until we know the true extent of it. What about your mission? Did you complete it before the flood started? Uh-oh. Oh no. Come to think of it, Archie, you've been awfully quiet today. It's very unlike the noble hero I know. Give him a break, would you? We had some pretty rough nights. Oh, did something go wrong? The drink you prepared for us, with those golden feathers. I remember. I mean, it did what it was supposed to do. But it wasn't enough. Don't know if another potion could have changed our fate, though. What happened? Uh-oh. This isn't good. Guess I'm telling the story then. Let's begin. We actually would have been well prepared if this had been a normal escorting mission, that is. It all started just like a regular quest. We met our client at his temporary abode, which looked like it was worth more money than Kara and I will ever make in our lives. Combined. Correct. Anyways, our client's name was Theodore. Theodore Hugo Frederick Sinclair III, to be exact. He told us politely not to call him by his full name, so we agreed on Theodore. He's the noble son of some wealthy diplomat, hence the long name. I figured. And you had to get him to Asteria because of some financial conflicts between them and the mainland? Correct. First, everything went surprisingly well. Since the magical bridge got destroyed, we had to get to Asteria by ship. Makes sense. Because of the dispute, no ships from the mainland are allowed to dock in Amasa, so we had to take the long way. From the port of Windmore and the Windy Meadows to Twinborough, then to Amasa by foot. All with a young nobleman that rarely strays from home. Kid had some quirks and mannerisms neither of us were familiar with. But luckily, Archie was able to help us out. I mean, that's good. Tend to be a little wary around rich people, but we actually got along quite well. Especially little Archie here was hanging on his every word. We didn't take the main road to avoid too much attention. Moving quickly through the Dirian tundra, we only encountered a few obstacles, like tree trunks. Rhea and I kept the path clear while Archie entertained our client. It was quite useful after all, even though it was his first quest. He definitely knew how to tell stories and keep us entertained. Theodore loved every tale Archie told. Yeah, seems like you're a natural-born storyteller. You also have a surprising amount of knowledge about plants and stuff in that orange head of yours. I'm glad I could be of help. Theo rarely went outside, so I assisted him with my knowledge of plants that sting or those with poison. That's a very helpful skill. Everything went as planned, until the sun started setting. I think my ears picked it up first. They were like a bunch of low humming sounds. Far away still, but definitely unusual. Didn't hear anything, but I always trust the fluffy ears of a Pekakin over my own. I asked the two boys if those types of sounds were common around here, but they both denied it. That's when I started getting this weird feeling in my guts. Uh-oh. Every experienced adventurer develops that sooner or later. It's like a sixth sense to keep you out of trouble. I know what you're talking about. That looming feeling deep within your stomach. I knew something was wrong, and that if we didn't get out of there, our situation would only get worse. At first, I just told Rhea, didn't want to alarm the two boys. Your client should never be afraid. That's just bad customer service. Fair, but there's a point when you cross that and you're like, okay, we gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm sad that drink is empty. But it's fine. Agreed. So we tried to quietly figure out what to do. By then, I could also faintly hear the deep sounds. But if I could hear them, Archie and Theodore could as well. And they also heard us talking. That's unfortunate. We agreed on positioning the two boys between us, even though Archie proclaimed he could fight as well. Simple but effective lineup. Me at the back of the line, Kara in the front, because she's got the best ears. Theodore was still calm. He said something along the lines of course they'd try and start an assault. That's why I hired you, remember? He's not wrong. I just would have expected more, the regular kind of assassin. Whatever that might be. If you let me continue, you'd get it. Okay. Alright. My bad. To make things worse, it got real dark real quick. And we could hear that guttural grunting all around us. Don't like that. She said, bog and crap, where are they? Where are they coming from? But, well... At first I could only see one, then two. Then suddenly they were everywhere. Zombies. We were surrounded by zombies. I had to think fast. There weren't any gaps in their formation, so I knew we had to fight. Thanks to those enchanted feathers in your drink, I was able to quickly overpower 2 zombies by smashing their heads together. You're strong. I like strong women. Push both boys forward so that they'd get moving. I knew if we wanted to get out of there in one piece, we needed to stay together. Carrie was blocking attacks left and right, slicing through rotten skin and brittle bones with her greatsword. She was a sight to behold. My sword lended me its power to fight us through, but I would have needed more time to figure out a plan. There were just so many of them. I knew we had to get back to the main road. The terrain so deep in the forest was very uneven and made running away from a horde of the undead even more difficult. Ooh, excuse me. How did so many of them even get there? At least it was apparent why all those animals had disappeared on the road. I mean, yeah. They got eaten by the undead. And we'd be next if we didn't get the fuck out of there. Valid. So we ran. But turns out, a nobleman's clothes aren't made for running. They're made for nothing except looking obnoxious. They're not even that comfortable. I was more prepared than Theo, but even some of my seams ripped. I could hear Rhea behind us telling us to hurry up unless we wanted to die. So I wrapped my hand around Theo's velvet-coated wrist and just didn't let go. There was no way I would let anyone die on my first mission. But then, right before we got to the main road, he tripped. I suppose it was bound to happen. Rhea had somehow outrun us and was already stumbling onto the main road ahead. I tried to pull Theo up on his feet, but his pants must have gotten caught on some thorns. And he just couldn't get up. I tried to get him free. I really tried, but my hands were just so sweaty and shaky. I saw the zombies. I saw their rotting faces as they got closer, and I was too far ahead to realize what was going on, and when I finally noticed, it was too late. I knew getting to the road was our main priority. But when I got there and the 2 boys were missing, I knew I must have gotten something wrong. I turned around, and right as I did, Archie and Theodore were on the ground. A bunch of zombies getting real close to them. I warded off the first 2, maybe 3, but there were just so many of them. Then Theo screamed. The most horrifying scream filled with pain and agony. I've read about that sort of scream before, but I didn't think it would sound so heartbreaking. Yes. That's when Rhea and Carolyn suddenly appeared next to us. They pushed the zombies back and helped Theo get up. Well, as much as he could with what was left of his left leg. Oh no! I know I had to come up with a plan. There were too many zombies for us to fight, and running away would have been difficult since Theodore was hurt. But your drink was driving me forward. Kind of like a drinkable Lucky Charm. I had already slain a chimera, so I should have been able to handle a few undead and a hurt client with ease. Slain a chimera? Yeah. Oh, you keep surprising me. Sadly, slaying all those undead wasn't a possibility, but maybe, I thought to myself, maybe I could outsmart them. Theo was hurt, but he also wasn't looking too good. The undead seemed to be drawn to the smell of his fresh blood. Thanks to your drink, I was still quite hasty. I knew I could outrun any undead. So on a whim, I turned back to the other 3. Rhea was trying to fight back dozens of monsters while Archie supported Theodore. I grabbed a piece of bloody cloth that had been ripped off Theodore's leg. I don't know if they listened or if it was the smell that drew them to me, but I yelled, "I'm here, come and get y'all a fresh piece of meat." I thought she'd gone crazy, I tell you. It was a smart move. It definitely had their attention. Archie was out of it, so I told Rhea to just follow the path to Amasa and treat Theodore's wounds as quickly as possible. I would then catch up with them as soon as I was done here. And that's what we did. I don't argue with women that are taller and faster than me. You know what? Valid point, Rhea. Her quick thinking probably save our asses. Good call, both of you. I led those brain-dead monsters in the opposite direction. Turns out I could easily outrun them. But I wanted to get rid of them once and for all, or else we wouldn't have been safe for long. As soon as I spotted a cliff between the trees with nothing but a vast sea further on, I knew what to do. I knew I had to override my instincts, so it was kind of dangerous. But I yelled one more time, "Come and get me if you can." And then I threw the piece of cloth off the cliff. My instincts kicked in, wanting to play fetch. Luckily, my will was stronger than the monsters. One after another, they tried to catch the bloody, drenched fabric and jumped, falling to their, well, hopefully, final deaths. Can't believe that actually worked. Me either. But otherwise, I wouldn't be standing here. I'm glad. Seems like the undead are kind of like pack animals, at least for the most part. A few of them didn't take the bait, but nothing my greatsword couldn't fix. I followed Rhea and the boys' tracks until we met up again. We could already see the light of a massa in the distance. But we hadn't been fast enough. With every step, Theo's hand grasping my shoulder kept getting weaker and weaker. Oh no. I didn't even dare look at his face as we talked to him to keep him awake. Even when his answers started getting sparse and quiet. But you made it, right? Uh-oh. Right? No. He didn't make it. Oh. Tell me that's not true. I wish it wasn't. But I'd never lie about someone's death. Especially not his. I'm so sorry, Archie. I didn't know the mission would be so dangerous. It's not your fault, Keep. None of our faults either. Maybe I should have prepared a different drink for you. It's alright. We did our best. Things don't always go as planned. I guess life isn't all magically perfect as the numerous tales I would have read suggest. Bad things can happen to anyone, even to those with the purest of hearts. Some may deserve it, but most don't. I just wish it wouldn't have been him. Such a selfish thought, but I can't get it out of my head. That's fine. It's just not fair. Why him? I apologize. I didn't mean to raise my voice like that. It's alright, kid. We know the pain you're feeling. You know, some deaths are inevitable. Illness, old age, whatever it may be. Those are easier to stomach, even if they hurt. That's true. And then there's deaths which are completely unexpected. Those don't feel fair to us. They make us think, if I only did this, if only said that, and so forth. But you mustn't dwell on those feelings. It's okay to mourn, but you can't change the past. The only thing you can change is the future. Live the life your friend would have wanted for you. Make him proud. I suppose you're right. What did you do then? Did you still go to Amasa? We did, yes. He must have died just before we arrived. Someone from the Night Watch recognized him. We were immediately surrounded by healers, but it was already too late. You may bring bodies back from the dead, but not souls. After we explained the situation and how I got rid of the zombies, they offered for us to stay the night. We needed some rest before making our way back the next morning. I also sent the letter to Theo's family. I wanted to... After all, I've known them since I was a child, and I was with him in his last moments. If someone was going to deliver the bad news, it needed to be me. I'm not sure I could have acted so calm and collected. I really wasn't. Also, I don't know if this is perhaps too macabre, but would you hold on to something for me? Of course. What is it? It's the quill that I used to write the letter to Theo's parents. I must have lost my supplies somewhere on the way to Diria, so I had to buy a new quill. First, I thought it was a nice memento. But the wound is still too fresh. I'll hold on to it, as long as you need me to. Thank you, Innkeeper. Just, what's going to happen with the dispute between Deria and the mainland now? Now that an ambassador has died on Derian soil. It's just such a big mess. And we didn't fix anything. We just made things worse. Anyway, I'm just so terribly tired. Please excuse me. Good night, everyone. You want to sleep here tonight? Sometimes a little company can do wonders. And you'll be safe from any potential floods. I'll also be sleeping here. I suppose you're right. Maybe I'll occupy one of your rooms then, dear, and keep... Of course. Go on upstairs. Third door on the left. Make yourself at home. I think I'll just sleep. But I appreciate your kindness. Thank you. Good night, everyone. I hope he'll be alright. Let the kid grieve. I guess asking if either of you'd like a drink would be a little insensitive at this point. Don't. Got it. Instead, Care, let's talk about your extraordinary fighting skills. Gotta say, I was really impressed with how you decimated those zombies. Alright, I think we're gonna leave it here, actually. I didn't know we were gonna get something so sad. What the hell, man? That's quite a downer note to end that on, but, you know... Man. Alright. Well... That's an unfortunate turn of events, honestly. I really thought that they had that, but I mean, again, like they said with the zombies, I don't think they would have been able to predict that. But it makes me wonder if there's something much bigger going on with that zombie quest that we've had built up. Because we had something about the whole undead in the graveyard thing. So I'm thinking there's probably a quest there. We're gonna get a quest about the wizard tower and all that stuff, I'm sure. What's the other one that I thought we were getting more information about? Can't remember now, but anyway. That really sucks that his friend's gone. That really, really sucks. Poor Archie. And on his first real quest, too. Ugh. That's just awful. But anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here, and we'll pick up in the next one, and hopefully we'll get some more positive quests going as we go. Hopefully we'll get to see, because we haven't seen them in a while, hopefully we'll get some news back from Alethea and Clay, because we have not heard from them in a bit. So hopefully they'll do all right. And hopefully we'll get to see Jade again, since Kumo went to go look for her. So fingers crossed. And we haven't seen Skelly at all, so... Or Scully. What? You can come up here. I'm not stopping you. It's right here, you goober. Anyway, if you guys like this video, hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button if you guys do want to see more videos from me. Hit the notification bell, that way you guys will know when new videos go live. And of course, share the video around to anybody you think might enjoy watching me play through Tavern Talk. We'll pick up in the next one with figuring all that stuff out. But if you guys have not seen everything up to this point and you'd like to get caught up, or if you just missed an episode and you want to fill in the gaps, playlist will be down below me here on the screen. The link to the game itself will be down in the description if you guys do want to play this for yourselves, which I would suggest. I've been having a great time with this, watching the stories unfold. It's been quite lovely. It does feel a little weird to not go out and do the adventures myself, because that's what I'm used to in a lot of games, but you know what? I kind of like taking a back seat to all this and just trying to help where I can, you know? But yeah, if you guys want to check out the game, links down in the description, along with the links to my social stuffs, my Etsy and my Twitch, if you guys want to check those out. And if you guys would like to help support the channel and become a member, hit the join button down below. You'll get early access to all videos before they go live on the channel for everyone else, and other perks as they're added in the future, as well as getting your name here at the end credits outro thing. I don't have a title for it. I don't know what we want to call it. The end of the video. But you'll get your name on there for as long as you are a member in every video between when you join as a member and afterwards. It may be like a couple of days later that it'll get added, just because I do have videos uploaded in advance, so that is part of the problem. But anyway, they will be added for the length duration of how long you are a member, essentially. So anyway, that all being said, I'm Captain TigerLily, and I will see you guys back in the tavern in the next video. Okay, bye.